Welcome to the SFCN Channel 17 coverage of Spanish Fork and Timpview. Strike one right there, coming from Timpview pitcher Kobe McKee, and he's throwing to Nick Roberts, the center fielder for the Spanish Fork Dons. Pitch number 2's in the dirt. We got a 1-1 count. Want to welcome you out and welcome our sponsors, MVP Sports and the Car Guys. They make all of this possible. We're in beautiful Provo. Great setting for some baseball. Next pitch, and oh, it's a line drive right to center field. So that's one down, and Nick Roberts sit down. Got a great bat on the ball. Not able to get it to drop this time. But that's exactly what you want to see. Coming up next, we've got Devin Argyle, designated hitter, a junior, takes pitch 1 for a ball. So on the mound again, we have Kobe McKee, he's a senior. Nice movement on the ball there, low, good location. Nothing for Devin to swing at. Here's the next offering. Given a strike there. Right down the pipe. First couple batters always want to take a look at what you're going to see from McKee. McKee's also the leadoff hitter. He's a senior for Timpview, working fast. Third in, that one's fouled back, way over the backstop. Some families back there. Kid's gonna get a nice chance to throw the ball. Here's Kobe McKee with the 1-2 pitch. Oh, and he'll wear one. Pretty easy, saw it coming. Decided let's get on base, try and get something going. 1 on, 1 out for the Spanish Fork Dons. Coming up for the Dons is Ryan Golish, second baseman. Another senior. He's gonna look to get himself on and move Argyle right over. Real high there from McKee. Might be a little unsettled with man on first base. Keeping tabs on that runner. Great catch earlier in center field. Oh, throw over. And Argyle's back in plenty of time. But again, a nice, Brigham Chamberlain just had to take a step, but a hot hit, and he did what he had to do in a pretty big center field. Nice strike right there, right down the pipe from Kobe McKee.
Let's go, Ryan.
1-1 pitch coming, or sorry about that, 2-1 pitch coming up here. 1 on and 1 out for the visiting Spanish Fork Dons. Bach right there from Kobe McKee. But he's going to get right back to business. That's what you want to see from a starting pitcher. You do make a mistake, and he just says, you know what, I'm going to pitch my next ball. He's got a man in scoring position to worry about now. Look like they're going to hold him on. Oh, and a nice hit there. He got a little bit under it. And Isaac Chamberlain waits for it. Over the head catch. A tag up from Argyle, and he will get into third on the slide. Nice fly out there, advancing the runner, and now you got a man on third, 2 outs. They're going to look to their cleanup hitter, Matt Creer, another senior, to bring him home. Pretty senior heavy on the Spanish Fork lineup today. Counting at least 6 or 7 seniors. Another high offering there from Kobe McKee. Creer sees another one go high. Creer's pretty tall, a pretty strong kid. He's gonna wait for him to make a mistake and leave one more in his belt zone. Up around the numbers right now. And this is a fly ball, deep, semi-deep right field. And the right fielder, Jake Dane, snags that one. And McKee gets into a little bit of trouble, gets a couple into scoring position, but gets out of there without any damage done. So next inning, we'll start off with McKinnon Jarvis, the catcher. Now we're going to have the Dons out in the field. And that starting pitcher today is going to be Nielsen. Tanner Nielsen, senior. Nielsen is the ace of the staff, plans on going on a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints after this season. Coach says he's got a lot of good movement, a couple of different breaking balls, a looping curve, as well as a slider, and those can be fierce. He says his fastballs also will have movement, and when he's in the zone, he's in the zone. Warming up right now, just puts the one in the dirt, but getting himself warmed up. Coach also said if he could work on one thing with Nielsen, it would be some velocity. Other notable names around the horn. At first base, you have your cleanup hitter, Matt Creer, another senior. Coach Nelson said that all four of his top four in his lineup came in hot. And they all hit the ball pretty well in the first inning, but a lot of them are also great two-way players. Warm-up's winding down. Nice throw there. Hey, it's just a warm-up, but something you love to see from your catcher. It's Timpview catcher. Here's the first pitch. And that one hits the low end of the strike zone. Nice, solid strike to start off the game from Taylor Nielsen. Good movement on that fastball. Pretty similar location. The lead hitter, pitcher Kobe McKee, decided to take that one, and he's now in an 0-2 hole. Similar location, maybe a little bit outside, and looking at a 1-2 count. Here's the next offering from Taylor Nielsen. Swing and a miss from Kobe McKee. So lead man fails to get on for Timpview, and the Thunderbirds will look to get some offense going with their second hitter. There's a center fielder, Brigham Chamberlain, a junior. There's some of that nice movement we expect to see. A little higher ball there coming from Nielsen. Little off there. 1-1 pitch, one out, nobody on. Brigham Chamberlain being patient, a little low and outside there. He's going to wait for him to throw strike. Like that offering a little bit better as it moved inside. Now we've got a 2-2 count, one out, nobody on for Brigham Chamberlain. Almost on it, fouls that one back, keeps himself alive. Taylor Nielsen again, just like McKee, working quick. Fouling him off, waiting for his pitch, but good balls coming in from Nielsen. 2-2. Fouls off one more. That's 3 straight. It's looking to see who makes the first mistake. Is he going to swing and miss? Does he feel the need to defend each pitch? He'll choke up here and try and get one on, but Nielsen knows he's in that mode, and if he can get some good movement on the pitch, might grab his second consecutive strikeout. And there it is. Might have been barely touched, but a nice one right down the middle. Chamberlain could not find it, and that's 2 straight Ks for Taylor Nielsen. He's got a pretty strong defense behind him. Hasn't needed him yet. Right here, Colin Anderson's coming up, a promising sophomore for Timpview, and the first lefty we've seen today. He takes a pretty nice strike right down the middle. Nielsen's second offering. That one's in the dirt. And we've got a 1-1 pitch, 2 outs, nobody on for the Thunderbirds. That one dropped in, looked like it was going to be a little bit high. Anderson was willing to let that one come in. Now he's looking at 2 strikes, and Nielsen's looking at taking out the side. This one gets into play. We got shortstop Argyle coming in. Oh, and a miscommunication. Miscommunication between the third baseman, Golish, and the shortstop, Argyle. And that's going to be an error. Not sure who they'll charge it to right now. But 1 on here for the T-Birds after some really good pitching from Taylor Nielsen. He'll watch first. A lefty, always nice to see in your pitchers and first baseman. A nice fastball coming right down the middle from Nielsen. He's looking down the man at first with a pretty good lead. 2 outs. Nothing there as the ball gets a little bit away from Jarvis. But Anderson will stay on first. He's pushed out back out to his lead. Taylor Nielsen looks him down, comes set. In the dirt from the stretch there. Here's A.J. Bollinger, also a basketball player. Timpview invests quite a bit in him. There's a strikeout. That's the strikeout for the side. All of them swinging. He also got a good ground ball in the inning that his defense wasn't able to pick up. And that'll be 4 up and 3 down. Close enough for Spanish Fork. And they will look to come in and get a lead here as Kobe McKee returns to the mound. We'll see if McKee can take down McKinnon Jarvis, who will come up first, the catcher, followed by Money and Taylor Harrison. One more warm-up pitch coming here before we get back to the action. I'm going to let you know one more time that this game is brought to you by MVP Sports, your hometown sporting goods specialist since 1987 on 72 North Main Street in Spanish Fork. You can contact them at 801-798-3587 or at mvpsportsutah.com. They do custom stuff. They do all sorts of sports. They sponsor other events. Great company right there. We appreciate their support. Here's McKee with the first offering of the inning. That one's going to come in just a little bit low. It's McKinnon Jarvis. Jarvis is a taller guy. He'll watch that one come in. 1-1 pitch. Now he's seeing a couple different things from McKee. He's got a strong stance. Looks like he likes to drive with those legs. And he launches this one fairly deep, definitely in foul territory. Giving chase is Jake Dane, and he will see that one go over the fence and down. 1-2 pitch. Nobody out, nobody on here. The early part of the second inning. We're scoreless, and the catcher Tanner Gardner decided to barehand that one out of the dirt. Sure that felt good, but he kept it in front of him, and that's number 1. McKee with the 2-2. Another one in the dirt. McKee seeing him go a little bit low all inning. If you have been skipping a little bit short, see if he adjusts his delivery, see if his off pitch just needs a fastball or 2 in there to regulate it out. And here's a pop-up. Shallow right field, Jake Dane coming in, calling for it. He'll grab it, and that's 1 out for the T-Birds. remain scoreless. Coming up for the Dons, it's going to be money. Strike one on a swing. Looked like a nice pitch to hit. McKee elevating that fastball a little bit, maybe to get out of the dirt, but you don't want to make a mistake up there. It's easy pickings. And that one skips about 4 feet in front of the plate. Might have just held on to it a bit long. Backstop not too far back here. You could definitely have some plays at the plate if the pass balls continue. And McKee, the 1-1. Right down the hole, just past the glove of Colin Anderson. Fielded back there by Isaac Chamberlain. He'll throw it in, and money will stand at first.
Stay back for me. Sorry.
So for the Dons, we got 1 on and 1 out at the top of the second. Now up is Taylor Harrison, right fielder and senior for the Dons. High from McKee. Similar to Nielsen, Coach Walcott of Timpview said that McKee likes the off-speed stuff, likes to have some movement. It looks like things are not moving from now, and that one soars over Tanner Gardner's head, and on to second goes money. Harrison back up, waiting for the 2-0 pitch from McKee. Nice fastball, right where you want it from McKee. After some erratic pitching, sometimes you just have to hit the strike zone, and if you're Taylor Harrison, no reason to swing at that when you've been seeing the balls go everywhere a little bit. Sizable lead for money at second. And fouled back by Taylor Harrison. McKee looking like he's getting the balls back in, climbed out of a 2-0 hole back to a 2-2 pitch. Just focusing on hammering that strike zone. Not too worried about his runner at second. 1 out at a time. Simple ball in the dirt. Money takes advantage. Does a great job getting down to third. Generally the easiest catch for a thrower. But coming out to his right, tough for Tanner Gardner to control that and make a play on it. Came a little bit late. Great base running from the Dons. Now a man on third and 1 out. And a walk from Kobe McKee. McKee not a ton of pitches is fighting erratic. The Dons are being pretty aggressive. So men at the corners and 1 out for the Dons. Another lefty up in Tanner Nielsen. And a steal opportunity right there for Taylor Harrison, and it is a stand-up steal as Gardner loses the ball in the dirt. Back on the bump, McKee in the offer. Low right there, good eye from Tanner Nielsen. Trying to help his own cause right here. Low and inside from Kobe McKee. 3-0 pitch. Probably look for Nielsen to take here. And he'll watch that one come inside on him. And the bases are now juiced with 1 out for Walker Jones. Third baseman and senior. And a pinch runner coming in for the pitcher here. Tanner Nielsen's going to be replaced by number 11. I'll try and get you a name on that. Looks like Nicholas Harrison, utility man and a junior for Spanish Fort, coming in to pinch run for his pitcher. Hard throw, really cocked back there, and it stayed high, but McKee looking to get it in there. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a strike. There's a good pitch. After 5 straight balls, however, Walker Jones not looking to swing at that one. He'll wait and make the pitcher throw a strike. Otherwise, you get yourself on base. Nice pulled ball there from Jones, and it'll drop. It drops clearly fair. Oh, and there's some trouble handling it there from Isaac Chamberlain. He'll finally get it in, but that's going to be a bases clearing double. And now the ball gets away from the shortstop, and Jones gets himself all the way to third. We'll call that a double and an error, but he clears the bases, and Spanish Fork jumps out to a 3-0 lead. And 1 out, still a man in scoring position. We'll see Nick Roberts come out as the lineup starts all over again, and Spanish Fork will look to add to their early lead. On Jones' hit there, he didn't really blast it, but he got it very deep. He just seemed to pull it, swung a little bit early. The ball was left up, took advantage, and everybody was ready to get around the bases. Here's a pop-up, pretty deep and foul from Nick Roberts, and that one will be far out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out, with the Dons threatening to add to a lead after a big hit from Jones. Inside offering from McKee, and patience from Nick Roberts. Just turns in, stays in the box. Line drive right between the second baseman and shortstop. Rolls all the way to the fence. The run will score, and he will settle into second with a stand-up double. Isaac Chamberlain gets that one back in. So 4-0 now for Spanish Fork. Just 1 out and a man still in scoring position. Kobe McKee taking him in behind the mound, just get himself together and get the ball back in the strike zone. Ball gets away from Tanner Gardner there, and Roberts advances himself to third. Offering another one that just gets pulled, early hit. Chamberlain sees it go over his head, over the wall. That was a deceitful one, just kept flying and flying, ends up hitting the field beyond the wall. That's a 2-run jack for Devin Argyle, the designated hitter and junior. Hit by a pitch his last time up. It must have been nice to see up a couple balls and swing. His team gets out there and congratulates him. And the infield for the T-Birds looking to get together, see if they can settle down and get a few outs here. 6-0 is the score with 1 out in the top of the second inning. Nice blast there, a couple of RBIs. Look at Devin Argyle for an early candidate for the MVP Sports MVP of the game. Ryan Golish, second baseman and senior, up, last time up. He had a fly ball that moved his runners over. That one again from McKee, skip it in front of the plate, just by a foot or so this time. Tanner Gardner not quite able to stay in front of the balls. Nobody on base, but look to just keep that in front as the erratic pitches come in. 1-1. This one's popped up. Second baseman Spencer Rudy out, but the center fielder and the right fielder come in, and it's right fielder Jake Dane who ends up getting that out. Ryan Golish not quite able to really get hold of that one. Gave it a little bit of a ride. Frustrated with himself because he knows when you pop it up like that, you're just centimeters away from really getting the barrel on the ball and driving it deep. But that one popped in, and Jake Dane able to grab it. High offering there from Kobe McKee. 2 outs now. Base paths are clear, and 1-0 pitch. Nice strike down the pipe there. A little below belt level from McKee. McKee with the 2-1 pitch. Skips right off the plate. Again, Gardner not seeing that ball come in very well. I don't know if it's something behind him, but barely made a look at that one. And we'll see if McKee can get one into the glove. 3-1 pitch. Ooh. And that was too tempting for Matt Creer to sit off of when the 3-1 pitch. Wanted to get on the action as his team's been rolling with the base hits. Full count. Here's the offering. Right down the middle of the field. Center fielder Brigham Chamberlain will pick that up, and he's going to hold Creer to a single. So 1 on, 2 out here. It's been a pretty big second inning for the Spanish Fork Dons, rallying for 6 runs. And that'll look to be extended by McKinnon Jarvis, the catcher. He'll wear one. Saw it coming. Hustles down to first base, gets a man in scoring position. And we've got first and second. And 2 outs for the Dons with Money coming back up. Last time up, he had a nice single right to center field. See if McKee can come down. That was his second hit batter of the day. Up now, Money. Fouls it back. 0-1 pitch coming here from McKee. 2 on, 2 out. Not holding on at first, just looking for that out. Double steal, low ball. Both men will advance. They got a great jump. Ball was low and inside. Not much Tanner Gardner could have done there. J Money. I envy that nickname. Never had anything like that. He'll foul another one back. 1-2 is the count. 2 men in scoring position, 2 out. Don's looking to take advantage of a big inning, grab a couple more if Money can get himself on base. Watches that come in. Slow curve. Didn't drop as much as it looked like McKee wanted it to, but not to the liking of Money. So we'll see a 2-2 pitch from McKee. And a strikeout looking for Money. That looked good. Didn't quite pull the trigger. And the Dons, after 6 runs, will take back to the field. In that inning, they had 2 doubles, 2 walks, a home run, hit by pitch, a single. They did a little bit of everything, being patient at the plate, waiting for that pitch, and getting a couple of big hits, pulling the ball as McKee has struggled, being pretty erratic. He left a couple up. The guys are able to pull it and drive it. 2 to the fence, 1 over the fence. Nice jack for Devin Argyle, the designated hitter, getting up, doing his thing. So it's going to be the bottom of the second inning here. We want to tell you about one of the awesome sponsors that helps us out, the Car Guys. They're at 872 North Main Street in Spanish Fork, or find them at thecarguysut.net. They offer the best prices on vehicles in the Spanish Fork area. Knowledgeable sales representatives committed to providing you with no-pressure buying experiences. They strive to be the go-to dealer for pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs for everyone living in the Spanish Fork area. They want you to make sure you find the vehicle that meets your needs and fits your budget. Stop by their dealership today. And that's at 872 North Main Street in Spanish Fork. So back on the bump is Taylor Nielsen. Look to see if he can keep the base pass clear and get his team back to the plate. Tanner Gardner is up for the T-Birds. Look to see if he can get some going. Start chipping away at that big lead. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Here's Nielsen with the 0-1. Nobody on, nobody out. That one's in the dirt. And Gardner lets it fly by. Gardner just a sophomore. Pretty sophomore-heavy team from Timpview. Looking to really build this team. New coach this year in Whatcott. And there's a ground ball to Jones. He throws to Creer. Nice, easy ground ball out. Jerry Whitfeld at the plate. Third baseman for the T-Birds. Jerry standing up pretty tall in that swing. A lot of arms and a little late seeing it come in. 0-1 pitch, 1 out coming here from Taylor Nielsen. Whitfeld checks out as another strike comes in. Seemed to step out a little early on it, but he'll look to battle back into this count. 0-2 pitch. Outside from Nielsen. One-two pitch, nobody on, and 1 out. T-Birds at the plate. High from Taylor Nielsen. Whitfeld flicks this to first. Nielsen gets there and gets the ball to first. Just rolled a little too slow. Chopped in, didn't quite have movement. Came in on the hands right when he hit that one. Good ball from Taylor Nielsen, and a hustle over to get the play at first as well. Now Isaac Chamberlain, left fielder, another sophomore for Timpview. Watches the ball fly by. 1-0 pitch on the way from Taylor Nielsen. Swing and a miss. A nice cut there from Isaac Chamberlain, but no gravy. 1-1 pitch, 2 outs, nobody on for the T-Birds. There's a strike on the inside part of the plate with a nice little bit of movement from Taylor Nielsen. Looking for his 4th strikeout of the game right here. 1-2 pitch, 2 outs, nobody on. Swing and a miss. He's going to hustle down to first. The throw from Jarvis. Creer's got it. Another inning taken care of for Taylor Nielsen and the Spanish Fork Dons. So we'll see the 3rd inning start. Dons coming back up with Taylor Harrison leading off, the right field and senior. He walked last time he was up. McKee's going to look to calm down and see if he can chew up innings while his offense gets in gear and sees if they can climb back in this game. 6-0 lead right now for the Spanish Fork Dons. Coach Whatcott out to talk to McKee, give him some words of wisdom after a rough inning, see if he can settle down. Whatcott specifically mentioned to me before the game that sometimes his team can put together a good defensive effort and put a couple runs on the board, but it's usually one big inning that gets away from them. 6 is a pretty big inning, not insurmountable if you can grab a couple runs here and there, but you got to limit the mistakes and not allow a 2nd inning to happen. So hopefully we'll see here McKee put it behind him and see if his defense can back him up and bring it in. Leading off for the Dons again, that's going to be Taylor Harrison.
Can you stay a little back for me?
What?
Can you stay back a little more for me? Thank you.
Clean board, here's the pitch. A little low and outside, gets past Gardner. Gardner really not moving a lot, trying to get in front of those pass balls. See if once guys get on base, he does a little bit more, but McKee working fast. Another one in the dirt. Blind stab there by Tanner Gardner, but he grabs it. Harrison will take it. Already taken 1 walk today and watches ball go by. He kind of swings late, but he gets a hold of this one pretty high, pretty deep, right at the fence. Brigham Chamberlain grabs that one for Timpview. One up, one down for McKee. Up next, Tanner Nielsen. The man we've been seeing do a lot of work. The lefty on the bump for the other side. Last time he was up, he took a walk. Watches that one come in low from McKee. Nobody on, one out. A 1-0 pitch on the way. From McKee. Just a chopper. Right down past the first base. Two-one pitch, one on, nobody out. Here's McKee. Strike. A little bit of movement there. Nielsen watches it fall in. 2-2 pitch here. Look to choke up and get himself on base. Maybe start some more for the Dons. Here it is, right up the middle. Snagged by second baseman Spencer Rudy over to first. What a nice dig from A.J. Bollinger. And that's 2 up and 2 down for McKee. Nice defense. Nice defense once the ball gets put in play in a manageable spot. Spencer Rudy, big move to his left and from the knee. A little bit of a dig, but great job by Bollinger helping his boy out. Bases are clear. 2 outs. High. Coming in from McKee to Jones. Last time up, Jones had a double. Pretty deep, nice one. Gets under this one, pops it up. It's coming into center field. Brigham Chamberlain moves in, calling for it. Grabs it on an easy jog in, and there you go. 3 up, 3 down after a huge inning for the Dons. Kobe McKee settles down. Gets the ball to his boys in the back. Doesn't leave anything up. Still a little bit erratic, but he pulled the ball out of the dirt. Plays some nice things. He seemed to be moving the ball when he wanted to. Back up is Taylor Nielsen. He's got a clean sheet so far. And up for the T-Birds is going to be Isaac Chamberlain. This will be his first at bat of the day. Taylor Nielsen so far keeping the ball low. Something Coach Nelson expects him to do, get a lot of ground outs. 3 strikeouts, all swinging in the first couple of innings. So apologies, Jake Dane actually at the plate, the senior right fielder who's had a busy day, made a couple of good plays back there behind McKee. Here's the offering. Fouled back. Jake Dane. Tanner Nielsen high on that second pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nice slider coming in and slow down the third baseline, stays fair, and no shot for Nielsen as Jake Dane leads the half inning off with a single, as it were. More of a bunt style, but we'll take it. See if he can start something going for the T-Birds who are struggling on both sides of the ball. Here's Spencer Rudy. He'll do a swing and a miss, a little late on that. Looked like he saw it. It was a good belt high offering from Tanner Nielsen. A little bit of a bunt look. Just getting back was Jake Dane. Got quite a bit of a lead. the throw over from Tanner Nielsen a little late. 0-2 pitch. This is grounded past the first baseman. Over to second, Jones throws him out. But advancing to second is Jake Dane. Spencer Rudy moves his man over. Handled well there by Walker Jones. Now at the plate, Kobe McKee. See if he can get his own offense going. Inside on him. Ready to wear that one if he has to. Trying to get some boys on base, see if he can get some runs across the plate. One man on. One out. Low from Tanner Nielsen. From the stretch, Nielsen looks back. The runner comes with it. Right down the middle. Knee-high pitch. And McKee lets it go. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 6-0 lead for Spanish Fork. Swing and a miss on a pretty quick ball right there from Nielsen with some movement on it. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Couldn't quite see it. Took a nice cut. Came in under the ball. That's the 4th strikeout of the game for Tanner Nielsen. The 2nd time striking out swinging for Kobe McKee. Here's Brigham Chamberlain, center field junior. He comes. Not all the way around. That'll be a ball. 1-0 pitch. 2 outs. Man on second for the T-Birds. Nielsen steps off. Keeps his runner close. Big swing and a miss from Brigham Chamberlain. Trying to see if he can get his man scoring position home with 2 outs, down 6-0. Sees that one come in. About hand level. 2-1 pitch. 2 outs. Gets hold of this one. Flies out into right field. Moving forward a few steps is Harrison. He'll grab it and send the T-Birds down. So a little bit of a threat from the T-Birds. But Tanner Nielsen gets a couple of balls. Grounder, fly ball, gets himself out of it. And we'll see the Dons see if they can add to their already 6-0 lead coming into the top of the 4th inning. Want to remind you about a great sponsor we have, MVP Sports, your hometown sporting goods specialist since 1987. MVP Sports provides you with convenient, easy silk screening services for your t-shirts, sweatshirts, caps, tote bags, duffel bags, work attire, and more. Whether you're looking to create a custom design for a family reunion t-shirt or need uniforms for a sports team or your business, we'll help you with all your screen printing needs. MVP Sports, of course, sponsors our MVP of the game, and there's been some nice hitting from the Dons, but I think Tanner Nielsen making a name for himself at the plate has been pretty well under control. A couple runners, and he's handled them just great. See if he could be the MVP Sports MVP of the game, but some time to go. His opposite, Kobe McKee, comes back after a good 3-up, 3-down inning following that 6-run debacle in the 2nd. He's going to look to see if he can get a hold of that magic one more time, and he'll see Jones come up, the 3rd baseman for the Dons. And then we'll see the lineup turn over back to Nick Roberts. That one, another one of those we've seen not even quite make the dirt. Skips off the grass 4 or 5 feet in front of that plate and back. Gardner lets it go, and McKee gets back to work. This one is skied back over the Dons dugout and out of play. Nobody on, nobody out early in the top of the 4th inning. Jones at the plate, looking at a 1-1 pitch. And that one just got away, seemed to float out and up. Jones sees it, hit him in the lower back, gets himself on base. 3rd hit, batter of the day for McKee. Seems to just, once in a while when he's trying to throw a little slower, lose it, floats out, and been able to catch a couple guys. It looked like the bunt and steal was on from the Dons. Ball goes into center field on the throw, and all the way to 3rd goes Jones on the air. Back at the plate, Nick Roberts looked to bunt, wasn't quite there, but the runner was on, moving. He was moving on. Regardless, he got the steal. Ball gets away, and another threat from the Dons here in the top of the 4th. 6-0 lead. Nice ball right between the left and center fielder. Left fielder Isaac Chamberlain will grab that. Coming into 2nd is Nick Roberts. And coming home pretty easily there from 3rd is Jones. 7-0 Spanish Fork Dons. Another man in scoring position. Kobe McKee making his way back. Here's McKee, clean. This one again, similar spot, a little deeper in the center, and over the head of Brigham Chamberlain, who started coming in on the ball a little too soon. Coming home is going to be Nick Roberts, and cruising into 2nd, it's going to be Devin Argyle. Already has a home run today. Really hitting the ball well, and that one took a while to fall. Nice deep hit, but Brigham Chamberlain out in center really just misjudged it. Matt Career at the plate. Ball gets passed, and Argyle will move, or Gula, sorry, will move to 3rd. Career let that one go by, and Tanner Gardner not able to stay in front of it. One pitch, high from Kobe McKee. So man on 3rd, nobody out for the Dons, up 8-0 early in the 4th inning. Low from Kobe McKee. Matt Creer checking for the signs. He gets ready, and McKee hooks that one, and this one might be gone. Deceitful out there, but when they pull a ball and get it high, not sure the distance on that fence, but probably a little over 300 feet. Fairly high, but Creer puts that one out. 2nd home run today for the Dons. That's a 2-run jack, giving them a 10-run lead here in the top of the 4th. So bases clear, still nobody out. Dons are going to bring Kenan Jarvis, the catcher, to the plate. That one from McKee goes behind the batter. Kenan Jarvis last time up. Hit by a pitch, popped out his first time. He looks to get himself on base with a hit for the first time. Another high offering, this time inside of the batter's body from McKee. 2-0 pitch coming. Bases clear. Nobody out for the Dons. He hits this one. Sound like he got some good bat on it. Up and over and out. That one just hung up. And it sounded great off the bat. Looked like it was going a little high. But that one's gone. Back-to-back home runs. First from Matt Keir, now from McKenna Jarvis. And the Dons are rolling. 11 love right now. He gets a welcome at the plate. Coach Watcott out. Looks like we're going to see a pitching change. 6 runs first in the second inning, now 5 runs here in the fourth. McKee just not quite able to keep the ball in the park, and the Dons seem to be seeing it well, especially a couple times through the order, now able to knock a couple out. Coming in to pitch. Oh no, it looks like, apologize, McKee's going to stay on the mound. See if he can go ahead and complete the inning. Got a good chat from his coach and talked to his infield a little bit. Even settle down. We'll see Money come back. Nobody on, nobody out. There's a strike. Nice fastball right down the middle. Sometimes they say, hey, just throw strikes. They're going to hit some of them, but don't try and do too much. Same story. Back-to-back strikes from McKee. Money's laying off. That one's low, skips right over Tanner Gardner. One-two pitch from McKee. In the dirt, Gardner stays in front of this one. 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3, and that's the first strikeout of the day. And it comes at Money looking. Oh, I apologize, second strikeout of the day, both on Money, both looking. Started out with a single and since then hasn't seemed to be able to pull the trigger. Now coming in for the Dons is number 13. Looks like Brandon Archibald, outfielder and junior, right-handed hitter. Getting to pinch hit. McKee seeing him for the first time. Here's his offering. That one's in the dirt. McKee taking a little bit more time between pitches here. I think there's no rush. He wants to get his focus back and get in. That one in the dirt and back to the backstop. Archibald will fall off right back near his dugout. Came right at you there with our camera. Had some great Dons players today. Hanging out, making sure those balls don't come and get to us here. The camera and I are both up the first base line. Here's the pitch. And that one is fouled back. That one comes in slow and low, inside on Archibald. Full count. Payoff pitch. One of the better looking pitches today, and that one is handled by Archibald. Fouled out deep down the first base line. Once again, full count. New batter. Still checking on this. According to the roster, this is Archibald at the plate. And from McKee, this one looks like it's going to stay fair. Fly ball, semi-deep right field, and that one's handled by Jake Dane. 2 outs now for the Spanish Fork Dons. Now at the plate for the Dons, number 24. Looks like senior first baseman and outfielder Luke Kendrick. Another lefty for Spanish Fork. Here's McKee. That one came in a little below belt level. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out. 11-0 lead right now for Spanish Fork. That one comes inside, and Kendrick watches it go by. McKee now in a little bit of a hole. 2-0 pitch. This is the first region game for both teams. Region 7 here in Utah. That one is high and outside. 3 balls and no strikes. One of the stronger regions. Also see teams like Maple Mountain, Salem Hills, Wasatch. And the 3-0. He's going to watch that one all the way and actually came in behind him. And Kendrick will take his base. Now 1 on, 2 out for the Dons. Now at the plate for the Dons, number 5, Riley Daniels, a right-handed pitcher, utility infielder, junior. That one skips in, and the play at second as he goes on the wild pitch, he gets him. Down goes Kendrick at second base, getting McKee out of the inning. Nice throw there from Tanner Gardner, who's seen some movement on the base pass and hasn't challenged too many runners. Spanish Fork being aggressive, and once in a while you're going to get burned, but they do come up with 5 runs in that inning to add to their 6 from the second inning. We go into the bottom of the 4th, 11-0 Dons. Going to see some changes in the field here for Spanish Fork. In at pitcher, still number 3, Tanner Nielsen. The lefty getting some good work in today. Thus far been able to shut out the T-Birds. First base, still Matt Creer. Second base, Riley Daniels, who you saw come to bat at the end of that last inning, comes in. At shortstop, Tanner Argyle. Out in right field, number 6, Taylor Harrison. Center field, number 2, still Nick Roberts. Out at third base, no change. So a few different guys in to get some playing time here for Spanish Fork, and we'll see if the T-Birds can get any offense going. Thus far, Tanner Nielsen's been great. Absolutely a candidate for our MVP Sports MVP of the game. We think MVP Sports. We also think the Car Guys. Best prices on vehicles in the Spanish Fork area at 872 North Main Street in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys, find them at thecarguysut.net. Contact them at 801-794-0077. Here's the first pitch from Nielsen. And that one is going to go foul down the left field line. Number 2, shortstop Colin Anderson at the plate. He got on base by error, also has a strikeout today. That one fouled up and back. 2 strikes still sitting here on Colin Anderson. And the pitch. Ooh, low ball, swing and a miss from Anderson. He knew it. A little late and a little slow on the swing. A.J. Bollinger, first baseman, cleanup hitter. Junior for the T-Birds. He's got a strikeout today. Sees that one come in a little short from Tanner Nielsen. That one comes outside. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, nobody on for T-Birds. Down 11-0. This one is skied. It's down the right field line. It's going to stay fair, but be grabbed by second baseman. At the moment, that second baseman is Riley Daniels. Gets a good beat on the ball. Coming out and gets the second out for the Dons. This one to right field, picked up, and short, quick work there from Tanner Nielsen. T-Birds back on the field now. Looks like this inning we do have a pitching change. Number 28 on the bump. Sophomore Copeland Nelson now up on the mound for the T-Birds. Let's see if he can limit any more damage from Spanish Fort. Big rear back delivery, throwing fastballs so far for Copeland. Copeland Nelson, a sophomore, he'll bring in his infield, have a little chat before we get the 5th inning underway. Copeland's a part of that slew of sophomores, plays multiple positions. First pitch a ball, 1-0 pitch coming quickly here. That one is grounded up the middle between shortstop and second baseman. quickly a single for the Dons. One on, nobody out. Maybe adding here that 11-0 lead. Riley Daniels with the single there. Following him at the plate is going to be Benson Rees, infielder and senior for the Dons.
Hey, let's go, Ben. Hey, nice eye.
Good eye there. Another first pitch ball from Copeland Nelson. He'll come quickly. Strike right there. 1-1 now on Benson Rees. One on, nobody out. And a pass ball comes right by me. Actually knocked my headset off, but good work getting to that by the first baseman, A.J. Bollinger.
Hey, let's go, Benson. Hey, nice cut, kid.
High and inside there from Copeland Nelson. Working quickly. Man on second. One out. There's another one right up the middle. Great hitting here from the Dons. If you want to see them square up to that ball, that'll drive a run in as the ball comes home for Riley Daniels. Second base is taken. Little late there on the throw. And still 1 on, 1 out. Now a 12-0 lead for the Spanish Fork Dons. Looks like Brendan Archibald, number 13 now at the plate, an outfielder and junior for the Dons. And he will take a pitch. The 5th hit batter today for Spanish Fork. Just a pitch from Copeland Nelson. And he gets hold of that one down the line. Will it stay fair? It does stay fair. The right fielder picks it up right around the pole. Runners are circling. It looks like they'll end up at second and third. No play. Pitch from Copeland Nelson, man on second and third. This one again right down the middle, out to that center field area. 1-1 rule score, 1-1 man will hold up. And now we've got runners at the corner for the Dons. Just 1 out. Looks like at first base we've got Taylor Anderson. And at the plate Zach Harrison. Copeland Nelson looks Harrison back at first. Or I'm sorry, it's Anderson. Harrison puts it up the middle. Second baseman almost gets it. The ball's going to trickle into right field. The run will score, and then the men will hold up at first and second. Another run tacked on, jumped out now. All right, some technical difficulties, but back to some baseball for the Dons. Brendan Bradford, right-handed pitcher, outfielder, and sophomore for the Dons. He'll hit it down right to third base. Oh, goes right between the legs of the third baseman. He will bring Taylor Anderson home and settle at first with Zach Harrison at second base. Now a 16-0 lead for the Dons. Just really able to see the ball off of Copeland so far, and everything pretty much up until that one's been knocked up the middle. That one goes down the third base side. The Dons will have 2 on, 1 out. Nice comfort lead. And the pitch comes in high from Copeland Nelson. Now Tanner Nielsen still in the game, maybe looking to throw a complete game, give that arm a good start to the season. Low from Copeland Nelson. One more. Tanner Gardner comes up ready to throw there, knows that these runners are keeping their eye out, ready to move, and ready for that throwdown. It's Copeland Nelson. Strike right there. 3-1's the count now. 1 on, 2 out for the Dons. Here's Nelson. High once again. 5-pitch walk. There to Tanner Nielsen. Second walk of the day for Nielsen. Also seen him ground out. Bases juice and a big swing from Riley Daniels. Pinch runner now. Nicholas Harrison coming in for Tanner Nielsen. 0-1 pitch. This one's skied, pretty high fly ball, semi-deep, and that is going to be caught on the run. Nice catch there by Jake Dane, who's been busy. The runners do advance, so that'll go as a sac fly for Riley Daniels. Now men on second and third. McKenna Jarvis still in the game. Or I apologize. This may be Benson Rees. Up to bat for the Dons. Fouls that one back over the visitors' dugout. And the pitch. This one is up into shallow left field. And that will drop between the shortstop and the center fielder. And that will work as a sac fly. All right, apologize, a single. Bloop single. 2 outs. Copeland Nelson lets that 19th run get in, but there are 2 outs now for him. Holding on his man at first. Bring it back to the plate. This one's fouled back over the backstop. Tanner Argyle now at the plate. Sophomore for the Dons. Copeland Nelson working very quickly. Comes back. That is a ball. Tanner Gardner behind the dish comes up ready to throw. Fairly average lead right now for Benson Rees at first. Here's the pitch. Low. A little late on the strike call. Came low when the catcher received it, but Good ball there from Copeland. 1-2 pitch. And this one is taken pretty deep, pretty high. And that one's going to go off the top of the fence. Not quite the jack for Tanner Argyle, but he will hustle his way to a stand-up double. And Brandon Reese will stand on third, so 2 men in scoring position. Another big one. Seems like that pole ball over that left field fence is so tempting. His teammates wanted it for him. Not quite out for Argyle. Now at the plate, number 13, Brandon Archibald. And he'll get a hold of one right up the middle over the glove of the shortstop. Looks like 2 runs are going to score. In come Reese. In comes Argyle. And Archibald will send it first, bringing the Dons lead to 21-0. 2 outs now, 1 man on. Now at the plates for the Dons, number 12, Bracken Archibald. I'm going to assume he's the brother of Brandon. Hope that's not presumptuous. Bracken and Brandon Archibald hitting back-to-back, both juniors outfielders. Maybe even twins. 2-0 pitch. And that one is up, shallow, pretty tough ball, good spot, good piece of hitting. Just getting the bat on the ball, getting out in the outfield. It's going to be back-to-back singles for the Dons. And they're going to have 2 on, 2 out. Taylor Anderson coming to the plate. Copeland Nelson settling back in on the mound. Dons threatening to add to that pretty sizable lead already. That one's in the dirt. Tanner Gardner stays in front of it. 1-0 pitch. Low again. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. 2 on for the Dons. Anderson fouls that one back over the backstop. Steps back in the box. 2-1 pitch. Another low offering from Copeland Nelson. Three-one. Strike right there. Tanner Gardner didn't quite see it come in, but good looking ball. And we've got a full count here with 2 outs, 2 on for Spanish Fork. Runners take their leads. And a called strike 3 for Copeland Nelson. Good way to end the inning. A rough inning for him. Taylor Anderson goes down looking. And the Dons will come back for the bottom of the 5th inning into the field. Looks like back to the mound. We'll get Tanner Nielsen. Let's see if he can finish up what he started. Pitched pretty stellar today. He's had a comfortable day with a lot of offense behind him. The lefty still throwing hard. Good way for Spanish Fork to start region play. They'll see Timpview at home on Thursday. And they'll move forward, looking to gain traction and take the region. Last year, what Coach Watcott told me about Spanish Fork was that their record was deceiving and that they've just always got such a strong team, and anytime they got to go down south to Salem or Maple or Spanish Fork, you know you're going to get in some good baseball. He's trying to regrow a program, has a great group of sophomores, and this is a great test for him. and a great way to see a quality opponent. At the plate, look, we got Isaac Chamberlain, left fielder. Watches that one come in low from Tanner Nielsen. Two balls, no strikes, both coming in low from Tanner Nielsen. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the fifth. Foul down the third base line for Isaac Chamberlain. He's ready to run, getting back in the box, and Tanner Nielsen. Quick move. Here, this one's fouled back towards the visitor dugout, or now behind the catcher, and he will see it and grab it. Good work. Looks like Taylor Anderson now is coming at catcher after batting. And that's one out for the T-Birds and for Tanner Nielsen. Good strike, good spot from him, throwing a little hard there. Haven't had to see too much of that movement. Got those strikeouts early, had great command. Ball there, 1-1 pitch, one out. Nobody on for the T-Birds. Similar spot right there, and 2 balls and a strike from Nielsen. Nice big swing and a miss right there from Isaac Chamberlain. Late on that one. And from 2-2 to 2-3, don't hear that too much, strikeout. Looks like the 6th strikeout today for Tanner Nielsen. Here's his offering to Jake Dane. Dane has been busy out in right field, made a few good grabs. Sees that one coming for a strike. 1-1 pitch, 2 outs, nobody on for Timpview. Fouls that one back. Getting over the visitors dugout, and oh. Almost hit someone. Out of play, but far out of play. Here's the 1-2. That miss, didn't miss by much. 2-2 pitch here on Jake Dane. Full count. Ball 4 almost went. Dane able to hold up and get Timpview a runner on base. Only seen a few runners today, and he'll look to move forward and see what he can do with Spencer Rudy at the plate. Rudy fouls one back to the backstop on the first pitch. Looks like he was seeing it and just missed it. Swing and a miss there from Spencer Rudy. 0-2 pitch coming after. He is doing his best to bring Jake Dane home. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. And they'll go out and congratulate Tanner Nielsen on a complete game. Utah High School baseball, a 10-run rule after that 5th inning with a 10-run separation. We go ahead and call the game. Good game today. Guys were just hitting left and right for Spanish Fork. And they'll go out, give themselves some congratulations, and go and talk to Timpview. Not a great day from Timpview, but a young team and a new coach. Let's see what they can do. Spanish Fork also with a new coach, Shu Nelson's son, coming in to take over for him after a while at the helm. Nelson's coached at BYU, UVU, and then assistant coach here at Spanish Fork, and he'll see what he can do this year with the program. And the Dons will come down the first base line and celebrate. Let's go ahead and give out that MVP Sports MVP of the game. And there was a lot of hitting, but so many guys hit well. I think something that keeps you hitting is not having to worry about the other side of the ball. So the MVP of the game is going to go to pitcher Tanner Nielsen. Pitched a stellar game, 6 strikeouts, and definitely exemplifying what MVP Sports represents. And this game has been brought to you again by MVP Sports and the Car Guys. Remember the Car Guys, thecarguysut.com. Catch them down in Spanish Fork, some of the best service you can get in a car. And you can catch replays of this game on our YouTube page, probably where you're watching it now, but youtube.com/SpanishFork17. Thank you so much for watching Spanish Fork Community Network Channel 17 coverage of the game, where we saw the Spanish Fork Dons defeat the Timpview Thunderbirds by the score of 21-0. But we wish you from right here in beautiful Provo at Timpview High School to have a great day.